Good morning, everyone. So the next lesson we're looking at is time 2. So this says reading, writing and converting time between analog and digital 12 and 24-hour clocks, converting between different units of time. So we're going to solve problems involving converting from hours to minutes, minutes to seconds, years to months, weeks to days. So it's all the recap that we've done over time, and we're going to do it in this piece of work. So as you know, we log on, go on to measurement, find year 4. This task is time 2, and we click on lesson. So here's the lesson. What time do these clocks show? So have a look. Remember, the small handle points at the hour, the big handle points at the minutes. Always remember the clock goes up in 5 minutes. So here you will have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Remember that? Right, now that you've had a couple of minutes to think, I'm going to reveal the answers. So here we've got 9 o'clock. The small hour hand is pointing to the 9. The big minutes hand is directly on the 12. So that's 9 o'clock. Here we've got 12:30. Small handle to the 12, that tells you the hour. Big handle on 6. Half past means halfway around the clock. That's 30 minutes past, so it's 12:30, but 12:30. 2:45. This one, the hour hand, the smaller one, is in between 2 and 3. It hasn't quite reached 3 o'clock yet. The minute handle is on the number 9, which is 45 minutes. That means there's 5, 10, 15 minutes left to be 3 o'clock. So it's 2:45. Going on to the next bit. You will remember that we can convert between analog time and 12-hour clock time, so AM and PM. So here we've got 4 o'clock in the morning on an analog clock, and we've got 4 o'clock on a digital clock. Remember, because it's AM, it's just 4. If it was PM, it would be 16.00 on this digital clock. Another way of measuring the time is a 24-hour clock. It can be easy to imagine the 24-hour clock as a timeline. Look at the 12-hour clock below. Use the buttons on the 24-hour clock to set it to the right time. So it's 11:07 p.m. Now remember, p.m., the numbers change. So we're going to get it up to 12 first. Now it's 13, so remember, that's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, what I've just done now, so I'll put it to 12. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, so it'll be PM. So if I go back, that's 11 a.m., that's 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So now I need 11:07, so I need to change this to 7. There we go. And that's how you check it. Look at the time shown in the blue box. Can you make the other 2 clocks show the same time? So if we look at the hour clock, it hasn't got to 11 yet. So it's just before 11, the hour hand, which is here. Okay? As you can see, it's pointing there. So it's not just on the 11. So we know the hour before 11 is 10. So it's saying it's in the morning. So let's put that down to 10. Oh, let's get this one to 10. That's our hours. The minutes now we need to count from here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. So we know that's 50 minutes. So on here, I'm going to cheat, go this way. Because the 12 and the 24 hour are going to say 10, they both will say the same because it's in the morning. If it was PM, that's when it would be different. There we go. This clock has a black hand that measures seconds. So as you can see the black hand moving, the seconds are being counted. Remember, in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. These are just your basic facts. So you've got to remember when we're working out time and working out time calculations. This is what will always help you. You'll remember that it takes 60 minutes for the minute hand to travel around the clock. So in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. There are 12 months in 1 year. So if you were to work out 3 years, you would do 3 times 12. If you were to work out 20 years, you would do 20 times 12. And the last but not least, you've got days of the week. So if you're looking at the days of the week, you've got 7 days in a week. If you were asked to work out 32 weeks, you would do 32 times 7. If you were asked to work out 11 weeks, you would do 11 times 7. But again, you're using your place value, you're using your 6 times tables, you're using your 12 times tables, your 7 times tables. It all goes back to your times tables. The more you practice them, the better it will be for you. Always remember on the clock, this one shows your 24-hour and your 12-hour clock. So there's your 0, you got 13 for 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now, that represents your PM on your 24-hour clock. So bear that in mind when you do the homework. Just read the question carefully. I can't urge that enough. A lot of you make silly little mistakes because you're not reading the question carefully. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the blog or email the Year 4 email address, which is year4@bluecoatfederation.co.uk. If there's any issues, feel free to email and one of the members of staff will get back to you. All the best, stay safe and stay home. Hopefully this helps and carry on working hard. Well done all of you.